Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the garden for just once for tonight, as we have an underrated matchup here in the closing stages of the Legends Showcase. Of course, we still have Sunday that has the last 3 games of this week, but man, it has blown by so quickly with all of these top teams showing up, showing out, showing what they could be about, or showing what they're not going to be about in a few instances. But we're not going to talk about those, because in front of us is, in my opinion, one of the more exciting games that could have been drawn up within the group of teams that decided to participate in this week's showcase. Preseason number 7, Providence, boasting a whole lot of talent, up against this Texas team whose young core just got a year older, a year more mature, and is looking to take that next step up, especially with performing in the Big 12 and even in March Madness. What's up, everybody? I'm your play-by-play commentator for this one, Commissioner Daniel. I am solo for this one currently, but there's always a chance that someone could join me. I'm not sure who could, but just throwing it out there if it does happen, but we'll see. I'm cool doing this all by myself. But with that said, I'm going to talk about these teams just real quick, and then we'll dive into the action. Providence. They made some big-time moves over the offseason. And when I mean big, I mean physically big. They have lacked elite height and elite size down low in the paint for a good while. And now finally, they have a front court that is going to be scary to play against. Grad transfer from Florida, Trippy Finn, all 7'6" of him. And right behind him, they brought over UCF grad transfer Jakub Kushmeruk, who's 7'4". This is going to be a matchup nightmare for any team, especially in the Big East. But Texas, that's not to say they don't have size of their own. They got Cade Percy at 7'4", so hopefully he'll be able to hold his own against Trippy Finn. But I'd say more importantly, the guards. How are those sophomore guards going to step up for Texas? I'm talking about, I'm going to have to take a look at the roster sheet just real quick because I forget his first name, but it's one of the Blakes. Also, it's tragic that the Blake family has been kind of mid so far this week, but it is what it is. So Martavius Blake II, that's the guy who's now leading the charge at point guard. And then there were some, some offseason drama regarding a former Texas player. His name is Riker Arcega Keikoa. He got kicked off the team, and we haven't seen him since. And so Coach Creed had to find a replacement somewhere, and he went nowhere else but to Moscow, Russia, to find one of Russia's hottest guard prospects in Fyodor Zelikov. And so he is now filling in for what Riker Keikoa could have been. But Keon Beam is back as a starter. Jacob Wolf could have stayed in the draft, but he refused to after that draft grade wasn't all that good, so he's back. And so this is an interesting Texas team. But with Providence, that backcourt, this is it. It's the final go this year. DeAnthony Robinson and Eddie Ederson Jr. This is the best it'll get for them. And Jamal Enamorado is now stepping up into a much bigger role for this team, so we'll see how he does. And Peter Morrison, one of the more electric 6 men from last year, is finally a starter. So we'll see how this all goes. And great timing as well, because we're finally ready to get things going here from the Garden. And there we are. Looks like Providence, for the first time, I'm seeing Providence sport those alternate gray unis, and I think they're actually kind of neat. I ain't gonna lie to you. So the starting line is for Providence: Eddie Ederson Jr., DeAnthony Robinson in the backcourt, Jamal Enamorado, Trippy Finn, and Peter Morrison up front for Texas. Martavius Blake II, Fyodor Zelikov in the backcourt, Jacob Wolf, Cade Percy, and Keon Beam up front. The youth movement is now in full effect for Texas, apart from Jacob Wolf. Once he's gone, I'm sure Creed will find the next best guy. It could be someone who's already on the bench for this team, Matt Mullins. But here we go. Cade Percy wins the tip. And Hookham starts the game on offense. Wolf over to Keon Beam. He had a really good freshman year last year. He gets that one to go. Opens the scoring here in this one. Look, Providence has got big expectations, especially because of how they have improved in the front court. Don't get me wrong. Jamison was good for them last year. Oh, that's a pass and an easy dunk for Trippy Finn. Jamison was good. Sure, Guthrie was all right, Luka Guthrie, but nothing compares to having two 7'4" plus behemoths that you can rotate in and out. So Providence is going to be a problem this year. Here's Morrison, who wants to work in. Oh, that's a beautiful mid-range jumper. Peter Morrison, now a junior. We saw how impactful he was coming off the bench against Hofstra last year in the tournament, and then he even had some important minutes against Kansas, even though they got blown out. That's a good little hook shot by Cade Percy. But in regards to Texas, this team hasn't even scratched the surface yet. They're going to be more competitive, but man, oh man, they are nowhere near how do I say it, their potential. In about a couple years, to me, this is a West Virginia story unfolding, like how River Mays was able to recruit that one class and was able to nurture them. They grew together and they became the beasts of the West. No, they're technically in the East, so I kind of misspoke there. Or just the beasts of the Big 12. Let's just keep it a bit simpler here, as that was an awful miss, unfortunately, for Trippy Finn. But yeah, simply put, this team's going to be dangerous in a couple of years. When they're all seniors, I fully expect them to be the class of the Big 12. And it's been a while since Texas has been this that good. The last time I remember Texas being a national championship threat, apart from the one time that they won the national championship, like, what was it now? Like 10 seasons ago at this point, was in the 2029 tournament when they were a 3 seed. And they made it all the way to the Elite 8. So it was a good squad back then. But it's been a good while since. Meanwhile, over the past 2.5 minutes as this game has started, we've been trading buckets. Morrison deep 2 connects. Like I said, the kid's electric. And it was a treat watching him do work off the bench. Oh, wow. How did Keon Beam finish that? Through or above Trippy Finn is beyond me. Tell you what, both of these teams could definitely win some gold this year within their conferences. I think Providence just has a much higher ceiling nationally, as Keon Beam will draw the foul on Trippy Finn. And this is the good thing for Providence, you know? Trippy Finn, as good as he is, it would be unfortunate if he got into foul trouble. But if he somehow does, you're not getting, how do I say it? You're not downgrading in size all that much, because Kushmerek off the bench is 7'4", like 295 pounds. Like, these are big dudes that Providence now has. And good free throws there by Keon Beam. He's got 6 of the Longhorns' 10 so far. Good pressure up the court by Texas. An alley-oop attempt. They were searching for one, but there were just too many bodies in the paint. Chungi definitely loving his bigs, more so than ever. This is, without a doubt, his best, how would I say it, his best group of big men in his coaching career here at Providence, without a doubt. Now, Enamorado is the wild card as he steps into a starting role for the first time in his career. That's a beautiful jumper by Finn. He's got the frame to be able to play the 3. I just don't know about the about playing a bit lower on the 4 spot. As Peter Morrison comes up short on that layup. That's a surprise to me. Now Zelikov is rushing in, draws some contact, and is going to roll in for him. A 3-point play on the table for the man that played for SKA Moscow last year. Originally from St. Petersburg, though. And a good free throw at that to put Texas up by 5 early. And I just wonder how this team will gel, especially with the newfound length that they have. As Trippy Finn draws the foul on Jacob Wolf. Caught in an unfortunate position there. And that's an absolute nightmare for anybody on the floor to go up against Trippy Finn. The only guy that is going to be capable of defending him is Kate Percy. Problem is for Texas, behind Kate Percy is Delreco Gillespie. Now, he's not a bad player by any means necessary. Or, excuse me, it's Delreco Gillespie and Grant Osman and Lexington Lions, the freshman. If you want to somewhat be able to defend Trippy Finn as that's turned over, I guess you got to use the Lions because he's, what, like 7'2" or something like that? Yeah, he's 7'2", 250. Still, Trippy Finn towers over him, which is crazy. Speaking of him, man, the corner for Ederson. Back to Finn. That's a bad shot, though. Now they got Martavius Blake. Feeds it. Keon Beam gets the 2-ball to go. Texas loves those mid-range looks, and Keon Beam has now been accustomed to him for a whole season and more. And a good shot right there by Peter Morrison. Oh, Keon Beam unleashes a 3-ball, but that's off. Fyodor Zelikov collects and knocks down the mid-range. Now, if we're going to talk about outlooks for these two teams as Providence has the ball, I guess I'll start with them as Robinson will go to the free throw line, and that's a foul on Beam. For Providence, the preseason ranks tells the story. They're Elite A caliber. And if things can go the right way for them, a lucky couple of bounces, whatever is needed, whatever is given through good luck, and they could be in the Final Four. They're that good. And the revamped front court is a catalyst for that. For as good as DeAnthony Robinson and Eddie Ederson Jr. have been, it's never been enough because, well, that's only 2 guys out of 5 on the court. And so it was so important to improve that front court. They certainly have. And so I'd definitely see an Elite 8 for this Providence team. What a block by Trippy Finn. Goodness. Here's an Amorado over to Robinson. Finn attempts a 3, and that was close. We've seen him hit a couple of those before, especially in those tournament settings. Pass inside, and Wolf takes advantage of a napping Providence defense. But like I said, with Providence, I think that's a realistic thing. But I also think, oh boy, that's one of the craziest air balls somehow saved, and that shot is missed. Providence is a little bit all over the place right now, but it is what it is. But they play in the Big East, man. That conference is so vaulted. So vaulted. Oh, good pass. And cannot finish. Unfortunate. Based on how I have ranked Big East, these Big East teams, they sit at third best in the conference, and I can definitely see a top 3 finish for them. I wouldn't be surprised. An ugly shot right there. I wouldn't be surprised if they fell a little bit to maybe top 4, but that's about it, because I still have some questions about Xavier, but Providence has got all the tools to absolutely compete for a Big East title. I just think that the 2 best teams in the Big East are just something else. Big 3 ball from Eddie Ederson Jr. Yeah, the Big East is a different beast. And then you also have Villanova that's projected top 5, and they're ranked 2. And you can't forget about other teams like, let's see here, Georgetown, St. John's. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting an 8th somewhere. I guess Eaton Hall will be somewhat competitive. I don't expect them to do anything, but they'll be competitive. And I know I'm forgetting someone. And UConn, that's right. Yeah. I think it'll be, again, the best conference in the country. Missed from the corner by Texas there. But it's supposed to be a good season for them. Oh, that's a pretty jumper right there by the 7'6"er. You'd expect anyone with their size to just go straight to the rim, but no, this guy just likes to take jumpers too, and Providence rips one out of Blake's hands. The ACC's coming for that title? No, not this year. Not this year. That's a dunk by Trippy Finn. You see, that's such a massive difference. And again, no disrespect to Trey Jamison or Luka Guthrie, but Trippy Finn is just something else. And Namarato, shake and bake, and one. What a play by the sophomore. And that is just getting fresh legs in at every single spot. It'll be interesting to see what Texas does, but also Providence is doing somewhat of the same thing, as Kashmiruk is now in the game. Looks like Max Gregg is now in the game too, as Amarato missed that free throw badly. Unfortunate. Robinson's still in the game, though, from what I can see. Keon Percy is now in this game. Another Percy family member, as that three-pointer is missed from the corner by Mullins. So we'll get to see the depth of both of these teams, so that's exciting. Rifles in there. That's a pretty pass. Corner three, Robinson. You cannot leave him that open. No, there's a Keon. No, there's a Keon Percy on Providence. That's what I'm saying. He's a freshman. Unless I'm tripping. I'll check my roster sheet real quick, though. Yep, there he is. Keon Percy, freshman for Providence. Anywho, Texas timeout here as Providence ripped off a, what was that? An 11-0 run? Now everybody understands what I mean by my high evaluation of Providence. Thought you were talking about K, because you said it right after K got the putback. Yeah, there are two Percys in the game now, so there's that for you. Or there were. Or maybe still are. I don't know. I thought Cade was taken out for either Gillespie or Grant Asman. I'm not sure though. I didn't quite see all that well. No. I'm tripping actually. No, he's still in there. All right, my eyes aren't working. That's tough. Anywho, here's Avery Belcher, a five-star recruit from Georgia. Three ball. Finally, they hit. That's Matt Mullins, the undergrad transfer from Liberty. And now here's Zavatsky over to Keon Percy. Three ball does not go. Keon Percy's one of those, a big body, but has great scoring touch for his size. as he's actually the one that's committing the foul right there. And it looks like that's Matt Mullins. Oh, we somehow got inbounds just in time. And more changes as some of the starters are brought back in. Maybe this is the guy that takes the starting small forward spot next season. Maybe. Good first free throw. Now to talk about Texas. I talked a lot about Providence. Dante King's the one who shot that three. Okay. Was he number one? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. Okay. I'm so used to seeing like a Percy on every single team, so I'm my fault. Anywho. Up the court pressure does not work out. That's a deep shot for Finn. Can't hit it. I guess if you're going to have the green light at any point, why not now in a preseason setting? Pass inside. Percy. Back to Finn. Kick out. Zelikov cannot get it to go, though. It's been a fun first half. Just a little bit over 5 minutes to go. Enamorado. Screen set by Morrison. Runs into the double. Over to Finn. And he settles for... I don't know what to call that. It's like he pump faked and then he tried the hook and he completely missed it. I think he should have just went through with it. You're 7'6", bro. You don't got to pump fake. Anywho. Zelikov runs to the double. Gives it off. Percy, 2-ball. No. Snatches the board and it's blocked. And Finn tries one more time from deep. Again, it does not connect. Rebounded by Beam. Anywho. Zelikov runs into another double. Blake underneath the rim draws the foul on Robinson. That's his first. Now, just finally an opportunity to talk a bit about Texas. So, they somehow finished, what was it? It was either 4th or 5th in the Big 12 last year. I still don't know how they were able to do it, but they somehow did it. It was really impressive. And I'd expect something similar, but I wouldn't be surprised if they finished in the bottom half, like 6th or something. Not to say that it's like, oh, they can't do better. It's just more of a range. And I think that the Big 12, at least this year, is a bit more balanced. Oh, that's an interesting pass inside, and Enamorado makes that thing work. But I think they're a dark horse for a Big 12 title. A little floater by Blake doesn't go. It could be. I'm not sure. I don't give them a high chance, but at the very least, they're going to be much improved. Oh, that's a beautiful hook shot. Enamorato's doing work right now. But in terms of March Madness, it's tough to assess as Blake goes back to the free throw line. And Robinson is going to have to sit for the last 3.5 minutes of this half. He's on 2 fouls. That's Zavosky now coming in, and Cade Walker enters the game for Keon Beam. Cade Walker grad transferred from Stephen F. Austin. So staying local. But I'm trying to assess Texas here with their March Madness capabilities. It's a tough read. Because they could be a first-round exit again. But it's also based on their growth over the season, because they could grow into an even better team than they're looked at now. I'm not sure how it'll go, but could see a round of 32 from them. Sweet 16 is kind of ambitious. Goodness gracious, Kate Percy. Goodness, man. Finn loads up a 2-ball, drains it. But yeah, I see something along the lines like that for Texas. Oh, you see what 7'6" does for you? That's crazy. Zawadzki 3-ball, money. It's a whole 5-point swing right there. Percy with the high screen for Blake. He rolls around and past Finn, and this time around, Finn won't be able to swat it. It's a good finish. Yeah, I'll settle on round of 32 for Texas. A sneaky Sweet 16 could be in the cards. Do I see any better than that? I don't think so. But I would expect round of 32 for this squad, for sure. Now here's Wolf trying to dance around. Swings it inside. Ball still in play. Still with Texas. Wild shot. Still with Texas. And Kate Percy's going to the line. And that might be Trippy Finn's second foul. So it'll bring in 7'4", Jakub Kuszmeruk. Absolutely unreal length that Providence has now at the center spot. Good first free throw by Percy. Kate Percy, that is. Plus one being on the same team. Yeah, it's something else, bro. Only 2 points separate these teams. There's Kuszmeruk, the former UCF Knight. Namorato's been having a great game so far. Pass inside. Kuszmeruk settles for the short 2-ball. It goes. Minute and a half just about in the first half. Beam 2-ball goes again. He has been doing some good work from the mid-range. Oh, what a pass in. Kuszmeruk denied. It hung on the rim for a little bit, but Peter Morrison can't even put it back. Goodness gracious. Oh, what a pass inside, but blocked again. Texas should be learning quickly that you can't be trying that kind of stuff on this Providence team. Oh, what a beautiful pass inside. Zawadzki finishes. Now Blake at the SeatGeek logo. Passes it inside. Key on beam. This time it can't go. There's still some shot clock left, though. So Texas should get one more possession out of this. Ederson Jr. goes around. No, on the floater, but that's a good finish by Namorato. Promise I'm recruiting tallest player available next season. Next thing you know, I'm capping it at 7'3". Anywho. Zelikov over to Percy. That's a beautiful hook shot. And Zawadzki with an off-balance 3 almost hit it. Providence up front by 4 at the half. And what has been so far a very solid basketball game. And also, bro, you already got 7'4" and 7'2" on your team. You're good. Anywho, yeah, like I said, quite the game so far. I've been impressed with both teams, and Providence has been able to hold this lead even with Trippy Finn and DeAnthony Robinson getting in foul trouble kind of late in the first half. So that's something to monitor as the Friars will now start with the ball. And yeah, I love these alternates that Providence has. If anybody can rock a good gray uniform, it is Providence. Trippy Finn's going to miss that shot to start things off. Here come the Longhorns. And I can't see who that is because of the dang graphics team pulling that garbage up. You could have put it down, you know, boys? That's a deep 2. Missed. Here's Blake. Trying to put some moves on Robinson. High screen set by Zelikov, although he didn't set it effectively, but still Kate Percy will draw a 3rd foul on Trippy Finn. And we'll get free throws in the process. For as good as Trippy Finn is, Kate Percy has definitely been able to keep up with him. And that's the thing. Kate Percy is a center that you'd want to anchor your team. First of all, just because of the height that he brings, but because of the potential that he has to continue to improve his skill set. Sky's the limit for the kid. You just see a guy like Perry Percy, who's his older brother, and he can definitely do some of what he's been doing. Eddie Ederson doubled. He'll kick it out. Morrison. And Namorado, whole lot of contact, no go. Namorado is taking a lot of shots in this game. I'm actually kind of surprised. But, hey, you know, it makes sense given the situations that he's taking those shots in. And here comes Providence after taking that ball away from Texas. Ederson Jr. tried to bounce that thing in, no. Providence still has the ball, though, as Trippy Finn collected that one. Ederson triple does not go. Yeah, refs have been a little bit inconsistent in this game so far. I agree with you. But, you know, this is something to expect from LSL refs. So, corner 3 goes for Wolf, and Texas reclaims the lead. Providence still searching for points, for the first points of this half. Oh, what a pass over to Namorado. Hits the side of the backboard. That's unfortunate. And here's Fyodor. Screen set. Beam to Blake. Somehow snuck his way inside, and Texas is on a 9-0 run. Ever since the end of first half, that is. Robinson rifles it. Finn can't get that one. Morrison with the board, and he puts it back in. Good movement so far by Texas as they're trying to set something up. They will set up a Blake 3 that does not go, and rebounded by Finn. Now here's Eddie Ederson Jr. Double EJ. I'm just trying stuff out here too, you know. Peter Morrison 3-ball, no. Rebounded by Percy. And why not add a little spin there? Why not? Wolf in the corner already hit one. Blake, turn around. Jay. Oh, that's a pretty shot. Now Morrison kicks it out. Back to him. He tries the triple. No, a bit too much on it. Hustles it up. That's a 3-ball for Blake, and it's off the mark. Both teams trading bricks from deep. Now Ederson gets the screen. Pass inside for Finn. What a block by Percy on Trippy Finn. Blake, good pass, and Zelikov draws the foul on Morrison. That's his first. Oof. I'll take a deep breath here for a second, and a quick little sip of water. I might have just connected with my mic. I apologize. First free throw goes for Fyodor. I like readjust this thing too. Kind of knocked out of place. And he gets the second one cleanly. Texas up by 5. Been a true back and forth game between these two squads. And doubled. Edison's in trouble. Out to get rid of it. And they don't get it off in time. Backcourt violation, and Texas gets the ball right back. Some of those highlights shown. It's been a good game so far. Percy gets the feed. Hop step in. And one for Cade Percy. And I believe that's on Peter Morrison. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like I'm Morrison, so that's his second. Cade Percy actually so far is outplaying Trippy Finn. It's crazy. Oh, but way short on that free throw. Providence has got to figure something out, man. They've lost their spark. Only 2 second half points in 4 minutes of play. Trippy Finn deep 2. No, they still can't get anything. We have some reps. I don't know if I can get you that. And it looks like there was an illegal screen on Texas there, so Providence gets the ball back, and Percy's going to come off the floor and get some rest, as Asman is now in the game, the grad transfer from Lipscomb. Namorado. Pass inside does not go. There were just way too many bodies in front. On that stepped away, almost turned over themselves. Zelikov wide open from 3. The defense collapsed, and Providence has got to talk things over. Texas has been on a roll so far this half. Man. It's been a rough going for Providence. Only 2 second half points through about 5 minutes of play. Jungia's got to talk some sense into these boys, re-strategize, and regroup. They've got the talent to do so. They just need to figure out how to stop this hot run of Texas, because this Longhorn squad got a kill shot in. Namorado in the corner. Bounce pass in for Morrison. 2 ball. Still can't go. Texas smells blood in the water. Percy, 2 ball. Got it. Texas is on a roll. This is unreal. Pass to Morrison is deflected. Blake is blocked from behind, though, but there's a trailer there. Keon Bean picks up the scraps. Morrison tries a 3 out of desperation, and finally Providence hits. And Jacob Wolf was caught out of bounds, so Providence will get the ball right back on an unforced error. They needed something like that because this half has been going terribly for them otherwise. Here's Ederson Jr. Robinson, that's a 3 ball, way off. And now here's Blake. Guarded by Namorado, actually. Zelikov tries another 3. No, rebounded by Ederson Jr. And that was almost picked off. And a big dunk by Trippy Finn on the opposite end. Providence stringing together a couple successful scores. The pass over, Zelikov, mid-range jumper is clean. Goodness gracious. Now here's Robinson. Long pass over to Morrison, who cannot get that one to go. This Texas team, oh, that's a pass that somehow still ends up in the hands of Percy, but can't finish that one off. That there was deflected. Providence has been able to get their hands on a lot of these passes, just not much resulting from them. Finn, oh, that's an elite shot. But we're nearing the halfway mark of this half. Beam, mid-range shot is off, rebounded by Robinson. Here come the Friars. Pushes it up to Namorado. Rolls to the top of the key. He gets Eddie Ederson. Three-pointer is blocked, and Namorado picks it up and drills the two. It's a great recovery defense by Zelikov on Ederson Jr., but thankfully there was someone there. And another off-ball illegal screen. I think that was on Beam. So the tides are now shifting towards, are shifting in the way of Providence, as they now climb out of this hole, only now down by 7. After Texas went on that crazy run. And oh, interesting pass, and Robinson slams it down. Got it over the top of that defense as they bunched up near that screen at the left elbow. Kind of a heads-up play that often doesn't work, but it did that time. Percy 2-ball off. And now Texas is running cold. And Namorado will wait for his squad to get over. Rolls again to the top of the key. Over to Morrison, tries a 3. Got it! Providence is only down by 2 now. And Texas will now call a timeout. Providence delivers their own kill shot. This has been a cinematic game so far. And this is just the preseason. It is indeed a game of runs. Indeed. Texas got their kill shot in. It looked like they were rolling for a good bit. And then Providence, when they finally were able to hit a shot, it was Peter Morrison that hit a 3. And then just from there, the tide started to turn. After that, Texas hit one more shot before Providence then scored 11 straight unanswered. But here maybe Texas can get right on this inbound and forward, as they still have a 2-point lead with a little over 7 minutes to go. Corner. Inside is tipped away. Kept in play, and Providence picks it up. Great defense. Over to Trippy Finn. Through the contact. No whistle. I am surprised. I am extremely surprised by that. But here's Texas. Bounce pass in. Cade Walker misses. Robinson. They're switching up play real well, and Eddie Ederson hits the 2-ball. Although that was... I'd like to just pull up the replay just super quick. I am confused by what I just saw there. Wait. Why did he jump up to catch that? Hold up. I just want to see something real quick. Hold on. I just want to see something. Just real quick. Don't mind me. Okay. Okay, so he got it. That's... Okay, then. Alright then. I got nothing on that. I don't know why. Anyways, we're tied. Blake. Walker. 2-ball. Missed. Providence can take the lead here. Finn, 2 ball is off, and it's rebounded by Walker. Blake. Wolf off the glass. No. Rebounded by Percy and a big slam down. Much needed for Texas. Robinson. That pass is tipped away, and Texas picks it up. Now Wolf heads into the corner. Over to Walker. Draws the foul. And one. Cade Walker. Morrison picks up his 3rd. And a chance for 3 points right here. He got it. And Keon Beam is now back in the game. The Zuna impression is crazy. Here's an Amarato. Gets across. Finn is doubled up. Kicks it. Ederson instead will just give it up. Ederson has been making some boneheaded decisions so far in this game. It's tipped. Man, the ball keeps bouncing around. And somehow Texas ends up with it way more often than not. Percy wants to work in. Pass inside. Beam. Can't finish. There were a lot of bodies inside. Now an Amarato. 5 minutes to go. Texas is back up by 5 after Providence tied the game. Robinson, Eddie, Ederson, and Amarato. Robinson, Morrison. Morrison with the moves, misses. The ball is indeed bouncing Texas's way more often than not. Blake, 3 ball from deep, and it spins in for him. High screen set by Finn for Robinson. Bounce pass in, and Morrison misses. They tied it not too long ago, and Texas has scored 8 straight since. Wolf, Blake in the corner, gives it up. Wolf gets blocked. Providence gets it. Robinson, and just tosses it right to Jacob Wolf. Beam. Blake in the corner again to Wolf. Loses it before he could get the shot up. And Amarato going to the rim. Layup goes. And Amarato has been pretty good in his first start as a Friar. Wolf wants to work in, a lot of contact, but he finishes through it anyways. It's been a great game. Morrison, it bounces right to him, and he knocks down the J. Providence still within striking distance. 3 minutes left in the ball game, and it's tipped away. Here come the Friars. And Amarato wants to push the pace. Draws the foul and is going to get free throws. That's on Percy, and surprisingly, that's only his first foul of the game. And now Max Gregg is going to enter the game for Peter Morrison. Not sure who Texas brought in. Oh, look. Oh, they took off Percy for Asman. He's a little bit gassed. Good first free throw by Amarato. Yeah, there have been some times where I feel like Percy has gotten away with some contact, but, you know, that's the nature of the game. Good free throws by Amarato. Exactly 3 minutes left in the game. Texas trying to hold on to a small lead. That's up to 4. Robinson through the contact. No. And there was a lot of it. Again, another no whistle play. Zelikov over to Beam. Rolls in. Foul called and free throws. Hand was all across his body. In this case, it was a justified whistle. First free throw goes for Beam. Beam gets both. Texas leads by 6. As now Robinson over to Finn as he'll get across half court. He's got to be careful. That's a 3-ball. Ederson Jr. timely. And that's tipped away. Another errant pass by the Longhorns. Over to Robinson. To Greg. Greg through the contact. No, but gets his own miss and gets it in. It's a 1-point game. Texas wants to talk it over. Man, what a game this has been. So entertaining. Reed having flashback to his Villanova days. You hate to see it. Next thing you know, Creed's gonna lead Texas. He says, "Hey, new chapter. We're going to Oregon State, baby." Or nah, actually, nah. It'll be probably like USC or something. Just watch. Moving like Eric Musselman. Now go to Arkansas. I'm just playing. Don't go to Arkansas. For real. Anyways, yeah, it's been a great game. So entertaining. Ever since tip-off, I don't think there's been like a single like dull moment. Consistently great plays made. Runs being made by both teams. It's been awesome. It's been awesome. And here we go. Texas has possession here, so they're going to inbound in their offensive half. Blake at the top of the key, trying to put some moves on Robinson. He's doubled. We'll get rid of it. Beam with a contest. Almost hits it, but here's Finn with the board, and Providence has a chance to take the lead. Just have to play methodical here. Namorado. Don't overcomplicate things. Morrison. That stepped away almost. Almost in the hands. Oh, Ederson Jr. It bounces in for him, and Providence leads. What a take by the senior from Ohio. Now Texas has to respond. Blake. Zelikov, 3-ball. No. Rebounded by Morrison. That was a good look, too. Now here's Robinson. Screen set by Finn. He gets the roll, draws a contact, and he's got free throws. That's Beam's 4th. And just to look back at that play made by Ederson, timely. Just understanding that Texas left the lane for him to take, and he got it. And surprisingly, DeAnthony Robinson hasn't been very active in regards to shooting the basketball, but we know when he is put in positions like this, we know he delivers. Robinson puts the Friars up by 3. I disagree. He's had some good games on stream. Flash the pressure that Texas has put as that's tipped away by Trippy Finn. As Texas is just trying to play extremely fast and get shots up. Zelikov trying to inbound. He's going to find Wolf. Blake inside. Zelikov falls way short on that attempt. Robinson is going to dive in, contact drawn, and more free throws. That's Blake's first. Money at the line is DeAnthony Robinson. Maybe it's just games I've watched. Well, you haven't watched all your games, I know that. And again, clutch at the free throw line. Texas now down by 5 with 51 seconds left on the clock. And Greece now got to draw up a plan. I know you do. I know you do. Don't get it twisted, I know. Now, for as good as Providence has played today, barring, a couple stretches, Texas has looked really good too. And this is what I mean. Texas has the ability to play up to their level of competition. They just do. Oh man. It has been a treat to watch this game. It unfortunately has to come to an end very soon. But this has been a very good game. Let's see what Texas can do here on the ensuing possession. I think no matter what, whether it's a 3 or a 2, just to put points on the board here. And on this possession is highly important. Bounce pass in. Blake, that's a 2-ball. Wow, we somehow hit that. That's impressive. Will Providence have enough time to take a shot before Texas starts fouling intentionally? They're playing this a bit slow. Finn is actually going to take the shot, and he missed. Oh, that is so ideal for Texas. That is actually very ideal for the Longhorns. And they're now only down by 3. And another timeout. Man. There was a bit of risky passing on that last possession by Texas, but they made it work. And the composure of Martavius Blake to take that mid-range J just about kind of like at the free throw line, maybe a little bit beyond it. You had Trippy Finn and another defender flying at you, and you still hit it. That's impressive. Yeah, I agree. There was no awareness by Trippy Finn right there. You're not wrong. Unreal. Unreal game. And Texas has the opportunity to tie this thing up. Here we go. The time is now running. Pass aside is tipped away. I don't know what the plan was. But they tried something that has not been working at all this game. And DeAnthony Robinson can tack on 2 more points for Providence here. He'll get 1. And he'll get the other. And another timeout by Texas. Well, now no matter what, you got to get up a 3 as fast as you can. Or some sort of score. Without turning the dang ball over. But it's been a consistent thing throughout this game for Texas to do, so I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, both these teams have so much to look forward to this season. I'd say Providence more so than Texas just because of their ceiling. But, man, Texas is going to be a threat. They're going to be a threat. Every single top team that Texas is going to face is not going to have an easy time. Not at all. Tonight proves it. But, yeah, shout out to both teams for putting on a show. No matter how this thing finishes, shout out. Still waiting for this timeout to end. I don't know why it's taking like literal minute and a half for it to I don't know, end or something, but come on. Not much longer. Okay, there we go. This could be the last gasp for Texas here to try and make a miracle happen. And Blake is just jogging down the court. Got to take a 3 here. Stares at his defender for a while. No. Rebound is blocked. 8.2 seconds left. Did they say it's out of bounds on... Oh, they said it's out of bounds on Percy. They said it was out of bounds on Percy as it was blocked and it ricocheted off his body. And that might be it. Zavatsky will knock down that free throw. As the job has been done by the Anthony Robinson and company. And, oh, it's turned over. Of course it is. And Providence will get to put another 2 points on the board. Highly unfortunate. And Zavatsky coolly knocks it down. Man, that's another great thing about Providence. They've got consistent free throw shooting on this team. The turnovers they're going to have to work on. But at the free throw line, man, they are solid. 5 seconds left. That's a nice pass. Deep 2 does not go, and that is all she wrote. Preseason number 7, Providence holds off Texas in a very good game. There's a true battle of the big men between Trippy Finn and Kate Percy. Both got Player of the Game honors by our media team. It was a pleasure to watch this game. And a pleasure to be here with you all tonight. Folks, thank you so much for joining us for this broadcast and for the other 2 games earlier if you were a part of them. We will see you all back here in the Garden on Sunday starting in the morning with Memphis versus UCLA. That's technically at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then there's Tennessee versus preseason number 17 Gonzaga at 10 p.m. Eastern because I'm working and then I get off work and, that's when I can do it. So, there's that explanation. And then at 11:30 p.m. EST is when we wrap it all up with Washington versus Baylor. We will be back on Sunday. But until then, I hope you all enjoy your Friday and Saturday. Nope, I didn't say the 28th. Or did I say the 28th? If I said the 28th, sorry, I meant the 1st of March. Sorry. No, it's going to be on Sunday. But we'll be back here on the 1st of March to wrap up the Legends Showcase. See y'all then.